Hello and welcome on in everyone to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day, night, wherever it is in your neck of the woods. We are here for some Age of Wonders Planetfall, which, just for kind of, I guess, a brief overview of what this game is, very, very brief. Imagine Civilization, the one that's sci-fi, I'm trying to think, Beyond Earth, Civilization Beyond Earth, but if it was actually good, and with, like, XCOM style combat, so that's what we are playing here today. I've been having a ton of fun. I picked this up for console a couple months ago. I've just kind of been playing it here and there off camera, obviously, and I've been having so much fun. I figured let's go ahead and share this campaign with you all. So I got this picked up on the stream sale, which I think was absolutely worth it. And let's go ahead and dive right on in. So we're going to be jumping into the Remnants of the Star Union campaign, which includes a tutorial, but I have already played the tutorial. However, if you click on this, you do get a little bit of a cutscene, so I'll go ahead and show you all this for any who have not seen it. Let's go ahead and take a look. I will be not giving all of the kind of overviews for everything this game has, so if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to shout those out in chat, and I will answer any questions I can, and hopefully, if I do not have the answers, someone else in chat might be able to answer that for you. Let's go ahead and dive in.
The currents of the void shift around me. Follow my voice, my last possession. My name was Empress Carmenia, and I was the last regent of the Star Union. We built a paradise on 1,000 planets, a glistening web strung between the stars. But the cataclysm shattered all, leaving our people stranded and alien to one another. Whoever you are, whatever you have become, it is time to leave this dark age behind and return to the worlds of your ancestors. Uncover our secrets, but heed our mistakes. Forge a new empire, a new age of wonders.
Yeah, it's quite. And then it picks you up with the Dolos Minerva tutorial, which basically you arrive, here are these lads here. So in this world, as a kind of a brief overview of the story itself, there are several, at least in the base game, there were several races that you can play. I think there were 6 total, and this is just kind of these are basically the Terrans for this game. So they consist of a rough folk with few ties to society, so effects of long interstellar travel in cryosleep do not matter to them so much. They're all about shooting people in the face, especially if they disagree with them. So at the beginning of this, there's some kind of anomalous presence happening next to this planet here. As you can see, there's the big floaty purple bits. So you land and you investigate what's going on. You meet someone, I guess one of the commanders that he did not expect to see, some lady from the past that we'll have to learn more about in future missions. And then as we're exploring the area, everyone's pretty much wiped out, and then just this distortion of void energy, this purple awful nonsense, starts wiping over the planet and starts killing everyone, so you have to run. And we don't really know what happened from there. We start, basically, we jump back into cryosleep and start heading back towards our home world, which I guess is called Aleve 6. And then after 200 years of cryosleep, the Vanguard face a cataclysmic homecoming, so I guess when we come home, everything's broken. So like I said, I've already played through the tutorial, so there's not a lot going on there. It's literally just, here's how you play, move forward, move backwards, fight this battle real quick. Oh no, the void! Anyway, so we are going to skip that and go straight in to completing the first mission. So let's load that up. And then, our first, like I said, first mission here is playing as the Vanguard on Aleve 6, a 1-star difficulty. We're going to change the difficulty to high. Maybe get throat chopped here for our first stream. Let's make sure this is not too loud, too. Oh yeah, I have it set way too high. There we go. I usually set it around there for Age of Wonders. Whoops. Now you guys can actually hear me. Alright, so like I said, we're playing as the Vanguard here. They are the human race, like I said, the Terrans. We are also have, instead of, if you're kind of comparing this to Age of Wonders 4, which came right after this one, your tech is going to be the specialized tome. So, like, best way to show it is, before loading in, will be quick, I promise. It'll be into custom, commander customization. So, in the initial, like I said, there were 6 races. We already seen the Vanguard, which are your Terrans. And you've got Jack Gelder, you got dudes with aviators. They like to shoot people. After that, you got the Syndicate, which is your banking clan, or your your crime syndicates from like Star Wars and the underworld of Coruscant. You've got your Shakarner and DLC, so we're not going to talk about them. Same thing with Oathbound. You got your Kirko, which are the bug people. Yes, they're bug people. We need to purge them with fire. That's the only response, especially if they jitter around like that. No, sir. After that, you've got the Devar, which are basically Russian space dwarves. They're all about mining planets to nothing and profit. And then you've got the Assembly, which are literal robotic zombies. This man he's a pensive robotic zombie. And then you've got your Amazon, which are big, muscly space ladies who really like animals. And murder. Besides your race, you have secret techs, whereas this is basically your affinity. In if Age of Wonders 4, you've got affinities that are, I guess, most basically understood as like the color pie in Magic Gathering. So, for example, the Celestians here are like the Order affinity. So this is your white for Magic. The Prometheans are like red. They enjoy burning everything with fire. Cynumbra is like black. I think it's purple in this one, but it's like black or shadow from Age of Wonders. So death and being sneaky. Synthesis, I believe, is Materium from Age of Wonders. And I don't believe Materium has a color in Magic. It's kind of best associated as like red-white, where they're all about artifacts and just building things. These are more about AI and just hacking, which is pretty much the same. Void Tech is, I believe, blue. And they are about teleporting around and not worrying about things like physical objects. And then lastly, you have Xenoplague, which is, I guess, most associated with nature, even though they are kind of like a horrifying plague that is sweeping through the galaxy and mutating everyone to their needs. So they're like evil nature. And that's that. So no more discussion. Let's jump into the first mission. So we'll load back into here, and we'll get it back onto Challenge High. Okay, so we'll just quickly go over like the way Vanguard here. They have a starting bonus of army units have 1 rank. Long-term bonus, produce units have 1 rank. So your units are more elite. We've got firearms and lasers. We can deploy combat drones and turrets, use propaganda and military force as proper, and have powerful range units but are terrible in melee. We got little weak arms after doing nothing but shooting guns all the time, which, interesting. Our tech is going to be Void Tech. Warps the ways of laws of physics, allowing manipulation and teleportation of matter and energy. This will give us a starting unit of an Echo Walker, which will show off in-game. Command highly mobile units that can teleport and pass through obstacles. Create temporal clones of units, which is incredibly powerful. Destabilize and decelerate enemies, and uses arc and kinetic damage. Our perks are going to be Vanguard Assault Equipment, so we have certain weapons, a laser rifle, and a grenade. And then the other perk is Military Detachment, so we have a larger starting army. Your Resurgence sets always because we're in the story mode, and listen, if we're playing on high difficulty, I'm going to play with your Resurgence on. Let's jump right. Actually, hang on now. I wanted to do one bit of customization here. So when you're in your story, you actually can't customize the race or the tech itself, but you can change the commander's like points up a little bit. So he starts with a laser rifle. I'm going to instead give him this Void Tech close combat equipment, which is like having a lightsaber in either hand, and then you get an arc grenade instead of the other kind. Yes. So Jack is going to be all about throwing hands. Let's do this. Yeah, you don't have to change this at all. This is fine.
Commander's personal record. Vanguard Expeditionary Forces. Cryosleep cycle completed. No casualties. Time since launch, 197 years. We're finally back. After a storm destroyed our hyperspace passage, we had to take the long way around. Most of us joined the Vanguard to escape our past. 2 centuries should be enough to give everybody a clean slate. Time to contact Vanguard Central Command. We're heading for Leave 6, the military transit hub in this section of the Borderlands. The crew is already speculating about visiting the Elysium parks. Gambling, booze, and promiscuous androids. Oh well, after 2 centuries of sleep, it's time for some fun.
Androids. No thanks.
Something is wrong. We have reached the Leave 6 star system, but instead of orbital patrol, there was only scattered wreckage awaiting our arrival. While searching for survivors, we spotted a ship of unknown configuration. Entering the planet's atmosphere, it ignored our hails. Residual void interference prevents us from scanning the surface.
So
the
we
Elysium
embark.
Parks must wait. We have a new mission. We need to assess the strategic situation on Leave 6. Contact Vanguard Central Command and help them clean up this mess. Prepare for Planetfall, for the Vanguard, and for the Union.
You should have said that a little bit more aggressively, but I'll take it. Let's go! This is actually this is one of my favorite animations I've seen it for a loading. Look at this! And that's your first city. That's so cool. It's the small things. We'll see if we can beat Jack. With base camp set, we're ready to march out. Down here, it's the same desolate image as in orbit. It's all desert and charred ruins. The tropical paradise Vanguard Central created for their soldiers gone to hell. Someone has been fighting a war here. The question is who and when. So far, none of our standard frequency calls have been answered. If there are any survivors that are either cut off from communications or unwilling to talk, time to search the old-fashioned way, with our laser rifles ready. Oh, we've got an R2-D2. Beep, beep, beep. The robot ambles playfully. Would you look at that, Lieutenant Yang? Your little friend is making himself comfortable in this rotten place. We're turning him into the Drifter slowly. Yes, sir, but it's no surprise. My brother, we're turning her British immediately. My brother used to be stationed here at one of the Leave 6 repair stations. This is where we assembled Dapples. He must be feeling he's close to his... Hey, Dapples, what do you think you're doing? The robot's out of here. He slips through one of the still unfinished sections of the camp wall and dashes it straight into the desert. No, I agree, Jack. That's not what robots are for. Send out your owl scouts to look for any Star Union presence in the vicinity. Not all armies on the strategic map are hostile to you, only when an army banner is showing a skull. Yeah, it's almost identical to Age of Wonders 4, just with a nice little sci-fi spin. And there are some differences here and there, of course. So find out where Lieutenant Jiang's pet pug has run off to. Once we do, we'll gain some knowledge, which is our way of researching through our tree. We'll gain some production for building buildings, and then some cosmite, which is basically your... basically your mana in this one. It is your secondary resource for upgrading mainly elite units. Alright. We start off with Victory Condition, uncover the fate of Leave 6. So you can end this mission by investigating what happened on Leave 6 since your departure almost 200 years ago. 8 clues found. Or we can win by punching everyone in the face, which we're not going to do. We're going to go for the story route. Okay, so our armies that we start out with here, all of your armies are going to be the same as in Age of Wonders 4. You've got 6 units per army, or per stack, and I haven't had great battles enough, or big enough yet in the story, so I've gotten through quite a few of them in the main. But I still haven't had any battles that are large enough to need more than 3 stacks, but I'm assuming in this one you can only have 3 stacks in a battle at a time. One of the big differences, though, is that you can only reinforce one of your armies if they are adjacent. So it's not like they can be way back here, and as long as they're in range, they'll ride to the rescue. No, it's not like that at all, so we will keep that in mind. These owls are going to be our scouts. We will send them to go see what's going on. Yes, up this way. Looks like our little robot friend has found himself some company. Oh, wait a second, aren't those road sweeper units patrolling the streets? I may not be an expert on maintenance robots, but the last time I checked, they didn't require any laser guns to do their cleanup. Troop hygiene must have really dropped off since we left. Yeah, it's hygiene. People are so smelly, they just shoot them on sight. Good one, Commander. I thought this place has seen any visitors. I would have appreciated a clean walkway in quite a while. It looks completely deserted. Agreed. Either way, I suggest we interrupt this particular mopping up before your pet gets blown into pieces. Rescue Tapples before it gets attacked by the maintenance droids. And we'll gain ourselves a Vanguard Pug.
Objective completed.
Glad we spotted him. So you can take your rewards, which is cool, or you could just go ahead and sell them for the equivalent amount of energy, which is the same as your gold and others. So you've got energy for just building everything in your cities. We'll get that in just a moment. So we'll take this reward, and we'll come on into our first outpost here. Avendon. An interesting name. HQ of Jack. You can see all of the production that you have going on. So food is going to change how fast your population is going to come on in. And unlike the other game, Age of Wonders 4 at least, instead where you get to annex a new sector every single time you go up in population, and this, it's every 4 population. So it makes food almost even more important. Now, production, of course, is how fast you build buildings or units. Happiness is going to keep your people happy and also control these events that kick off. Hopefully find them. I'm pretty sure it tells you somewhere when the next... there it is. Okay, so the happiness is going to generate different kinds of events that will just give you a bundle of resources, which is quite cool. That text is so small, there is no way I'm reading that in a hurry, but you can if you want. It just basically means that you've got an event every now and again that will give you some positive resources. If you have negative happiness, I'm sure those are going to be negative events. There's you got your population, how many you're able to have total, as well as how many there are there. Energy being, like I said, used for unit production, and I don't think it's used for building buildings, so it's just for units, and then if you want to rush things, you can do that for energy as well. Cosmite is for elite units, and then knowledge is for your research. And influence is going to be for either discussing things. There are different NPC factions known as dwellings that are the same as over in Age of Wonders 4, but you interact with them utilizing your influence here. So it lets you buy units from them, buy mods, different things like that, which is quite cool. We are going to start with the Central Science Lab, because knowledge is king in just about every Age of Wonders game. And then we'll also go ahead... We rush this. It's a little bit more than I'm willing to rush it for. We'll grab a trooper here afterwards, but I'm not going to queue anything up. For now, we need to go save Apples, it said. Was he over here? Where was the event log for that? Here we go. Clear this space. Fair enough. And the landmarks are going to be the same as your wonders in Age of Wonders 4. Some of them require fighting, and some of them do not. Can't tell if it's a gold one or not, but I think this is just it's a story-based one, so it's not going to be as hard as it seems. I will go ahead and send this owl. Any other objectives down this way? No. We'll send them out over this way. And then, oh, I did mean to send the entire army. Already starting off with misclicks. So the way to only select one is just to grab the only unit, and then they should move out on their own. Unfortunately, it means we won't be able to use her in the fight with the spaceport, but that's okay. Won't be able to use him either. Let's move over here and take out this squad to get a little bit of level ups going and show you all combat. So we have Jack, of course, an Echo Walker, which is that unit we start with the kind of lightsaber blade arms that can teleport and make a clone of themselves. They're very cool. And unlike Age of Wonders 4, where you have different enchantments and transformations you can give your units, in this one there's mods, and there's going to be how you mainly modify and upgrade your squad. What's also cool about this is you can have different templates for those mods. So if you want to have a set of Echo Walkers that do one thing, you can, and you can have a unit set up to counter something else entirely, which is really, really cool. We'll get into all that. Looks like it's going to be a low-risk battle. I'm curious to see how auto-resolve does. We'll still fight it ourselves regardless. They obliterate them, take a little bit of damage, so we're fighting a bunch of robots. Network link, some sentinels, and a golem with a tactical face. Now we can try that ourselves. Change the audio just a smidge. Now we've got our hex-based combat. I'll get things set up just like this. And unlike other Age of Wonders, you've got a lot more to do with cover. So we'll be wanting to make sure, especially with our gun-toting troops, we use cover to avoid getting shot at in return and lay down some heavy DACA. So let's move on in. Just like with previous Age of Wonders, you have your action points. So moving and utilizing your abilities and whatnot is going to take different amounts of action points. So we'll just have the Echo Walker move to here. Set up its clone. And use it as an attack, but I'm going to go ahead and just set it up over here and draw the enemy in with it. If this Echo Walker is to die, the clone actually takes his place and becomes that initial Echo Walker. So you have kind of two chances to keep that unit alive. So we'll just go ahead and drop into defense mode for either of them. And then we'll bring the rest of the crew up to get ready to fight as well. So also what's kind of cool about this one is it'll show you on the battlefield itself how far your hexes are basically taking up those action points. The first one here means it's not going to take up any. After that, it's going to use 1, then 2, and then you can use the third one without being able to utilize an attack. So we could run all the way over here, which is what I'm going to do, and get into a better position. And then our gun troops have Overwatch, so you can automatically shoot at enemies who move through or shoot from, do anything inside of the hexes inside of wherever their Overwatch is. So we'll move them up to here to maintain 2 of their shots, drop them into Overwatch to protect the... Actually, probably need to move him up a little bit further, so we'll take him out of Overwatch, move to here. He'll only shoot once, but I think that's fine. We'll at least actually land some hits. The enemy should focus... Should at least. Should focus the clone up front as their first target they can hit. Move our assault bike here. And then our other trooper up into the gun line. They've got all their... they all have their Overwatch. We've got our assault bike here as our kind of mobile... It almost looks like an X-Wing that rolls. But it's got a focused laser array that blasts people back and actually knocks them back a hex, and then a wider one that's an AoE, and also staggers. They have a mechanic in this one called stagger, where if you have Overwatch, or you can see you can actually influence, as this one's been staggered here, he lost a action point for the next turn. You can do a lot more influencing of the enemy's turn on yours. Cool. Overwatch for triggered. He's moving right on in to go for a big AoE. So we are going to run up with Jack and go for a grenade toss. I want to be able to hit both of those guys there, but there's no... Don't know that there's any chance of that. Not without putting us in a bad spot. Take you out of defense mode there. We'll throw the grenade into the turrets. And they stagger, so they have 1 less action point for next turn, which is really cool. Here we got a pretty low chance to actually hit them. I'm going to have you guys fall back, you already have less action, and you have you throw a grenade into the tactical face. The tactical face. The assault bike should easily beat both of these units, so we're just going to roll on up to here and blast. Pushing them back, blows up one of them, so every time a model dies, they actually deal less damage on their turn. Still has the Overwatch, which I'm kind of surprised at. Stay here and hit him 3 times. That's a graze, unfortunate. Get them, troopers. They unleash some Daka. I think we can just have you chop them in half, even with the Overwatch. They hit back once, but they hit him a second time. Perfect. Already been staggered, so they won't be able to move that far. Let's move to here. And then go for... Ooh, it's a pretty low chance. You can actually take someone's move points down to 0. You can't hit them here unless we get a lot closer. Let's do it. We'll move to here, and we'll throw the grenade in. Stagger them even more. Enjoy. And then we'll pass a turn. Oh, hang on. Now we actually have this lad needs to move in and... Move in and stab. What do you got going on? Defensive turret, they can go 3 times, 30 damage. It would not do very well. Let's come around. Let these Echo Blades take the damage. Or Assault Bike. Ouch. I wonder if the AI is very good at focus firing. Let's see. No, they go after the clones. Good.
Unit killed in action.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Yeah, run up and give these guys the old lightsaber stab. Cuts one down, walks over, the other one stabs him too. Excellent. However, now these guys can't actually make it. Let's run to here, behind the foe, and drop the guard mode. We can shoot across here, and I don't know if that quite takes them out. Still, we'll go for it. 7. Yeah, one more hit should do it. Even with the grays.
Enemy down.
Well, droids are no match. Get a grenade on this one. Yep. Staggered. Run in, and we can't get a grenade with you guys, but we can just go for a shot. And I think the audio design for this is also pretty dang good. How much damage can you deal? Not enough to kill. If we roll backwards, I think we should be even further out of range. We can hit it. Stagger it once more. Push it backwards, so it shouldn't even be able to hit even then. Excellent. Satellite got a flank there. And we'll just let our assault bike can roll in from behind and hit it with the big damage.
They never stood a chance.
No, they didn't. A laser barrage. Well done, lads. The damage only went a little bit differently to the assault bike instead of our trooper, which that may or may not be worse. Gain 50 knowledge for our efforts. Excellent. And this is a research station that once we annex this province, will give us 10 knowledge to the colony it's linked to, and get more knowledge when it's in a research exploitation. So you can also, it's the same as like, oh, you grab a new province, you turn it into a farm, a forest, or a quarry in Age of Wonders. And this one, you annex it, and then you specialize it to one of the different resources, except for Cosmite and Influence. It's really unfortunate that we moved you the wrong way, but we'll make do. Alright, orders still required for you there, Jack. Let's move towards the spaceport. Yeah, we're not going to rush that at all. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. Not sure why you went this. Oh, yeah, I think I sent you this way to start. We'll just set this scout to auto-explore. They actually do a very good job on this one, just running around and picking up all the different random goodies. Jack, go heal on this station. Fortunately, our secondary hero is just not going to be able to do anything. Heal at this station. Get to the spaceport. Claim these goods. You salvage 36 production from the stash. The logs show you the coordinates of a location. Imperial mining facility, which seems to be the source of the stash's contents. Ah, this one up here. Fair enough. Get back to auto-exploring then. And then we'll have this province, or our initial city here. Let's just go ahead and make a skirmisher barracks so we can get in more assault bikes. We'll have a pug here soon just by finishing that mission, and pugs are basically your support unit that will heal and have all sorts of other good support abilities. Don't have the gold, that's fine. One of the other cool things you can do about this one is actually change where your population is stationed. So if you can keep them, if you can see each one of them is stationed in a different sector, you can change that very easily. So if we want more growth, we can tell them all to go into food. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 go into food and then 1 go into energy. Is that just 5 more? That's a lot more food, though. You know what? I'm going to put it all into food. I'll put 29 food and hopefully grab an additional population that much faster. And you, other owl, will go into auto-explore as well. Therefore allows you to get there faster. We can now set our research, which is split up in this one between military and society, where in Age of Wonders 4 you are building your research tree with the different tomes that you select. This one is kind of set up for you. Based on your race, be that Vanguard or whatever it may be. Actually, if you pick up other cities that have different races embedded in them and don't migrate them out or basically destroy them or whatever way, you actually get to pick up their research tree as well, which is quite cool. So this is the one that's associated with your faction, Then you get laser, firearms, and then void tech for your secret energy. So this is the Vanguard one, and then this is the one for your secret technology. So that's what's going to be separating the different factions from one another, which is quite cool. That's going to be split up between military and society both. So we're going to go ahead and grab... It doesn't want you to grab nanite support. We are going to snag one that gives us more range on our attacks. Harder to hit. So we actually don't have any that give us more range. That's going to be the electromagnetic utilization. So I think then we are going to go ahead and grab... which attacks are our units mostly doing? I believe our troopers are dealing firearm. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll upgrade them first since we have so many. With the subjugation units. Then society research, we'll grab probably frontier policies, but these are broken up into doctrine, which are going to be different things that you can kind of keep going on overall. These are like your sustain spells from Age of Wonders 4, where you spend some resources and some operation points, and at that point you can get that operation active, depending on the number of doctrine slots you have available. We'll get into that a little bit more, but Frontier Policies gives us access to Frontier Survival, so just for a priming cost of 50. 50 energy, it gives you 15 additional food at all of your colonies, allowing them to grow faster. Or you can go for Colony Militia, which is going to give you more production. I guess a production cost reduction for all units, which is quite good. Units and defense. Grab Frontier Policies first, and then come on down to Frontier Facilities to upgrade the cities themselves. Alright, turn. Go Mochi, here. He's been bothering both me and the Lady Wizard all day. What do you want? Attention, likely. Alright, so we will then send... I'm curious to see what's further afield. Oh, we've got our first NPC faction. We'll go ahead and get into contact with them as quickly as we can. It is the Paragon, which are the remnants of the Star Union, as was previously mentioned by the Empress in the cutscene. Hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about them soon. It restores all move points. That's excellent. We can't get her there. She can make it almost. Look, you want to sit here? Wait. Oh, nope, she's out of here. Typical cat nonsense. Alright, before we enter, we'll see how many of these units we can upgrade with mods. So we have these troopers here, which just shoot people and throw grenades at them normally. Then we'll add this ammunition, flechette, which allows you to fire flechette ammunition, which has a chance to inflict bleeding on any units that are cyborg or biological, which should be most of what we're running into early on. That's going to take energy and Cosmite to actually activate. So we'll go ahead and do that. Mod all equivalent units. And they, I guess, can be called the Butchers. You can change that name however you want. What are you doing? Cat, come on. Assaulted. No, we're not going to attack the back of the chair. You're going to get kicked out of this room. Goodbye. Change. Okay, go now. She has thrown me off. Mochi is the smallest cat, and she acts like it. So we'll just call this the Butcher. I don't mind changing nothing here, but you can go ahead and take the template, and now you have any of your training barracks a template to just immediately train these guys with the mod already equipped for whatever the increased cost is going to be, which is honestly pretty cool. We'll go ahead and confirm that template name, and it takes a whole turn for them to actually be upgraded. So what we'll do is we'll wait a turn, and we'll allow Daiyu Jiang to actually join this crew for the battle, which would be nice.
Though primitive, blades have always been lethal, especially striking a foe flying at supersonic speed. Orindra Reaver, Syndicate Assassin.
Exactly. Next research, we are going to go ahead and grab the electromagnetic utilization, which will give us this mod for more range on all our guns. Then we're just going to go ahead and wait a turn. Frontier policies is done as well.
Vanguard are better suited for a more self-reliant life on the frontier. Big city rules and civilian luxuries make a fighter like me soft around the middle. On the frontier, a soft middle makes an easy target. Teddy
Indeed.
Slade.
Teddy Slade. We'll go ahead and grab Frontier Facilities next to give us access to the Happiness Building, and then the Infrastructure, which is a building type that gives you additional militia units to defend any sectors that you have annexed under your city. So it basically gives you a garrison army, if you will.
Operations available for priming.
And then for the operations, since we do have one Doctrine slot available, we'll go ahead and grab Frontier Survival to give us a little bit more food in all our colonies. 450 energy. For as long as the Vanguard have been sent to remote worlds, they've been trained to grow food. Or priming. Like 2 turns to get active, and then it should take up one of our Doctrine slots, so this will be the only one we can have active until we upgrade that. We rush this for 42. Yes, please. I have access to assault bikes. I think we'll just go ahead and grab our specialist center as well, that we can get all of our unit types, our early tier units here. Excellent. We'll end the turn. Also, the turn timers being as short as they are is incredible. Yes, it's an older game, but I'm very glad to see very short turn times. They do obviously get much longer when you have the huge games like with the giant maps with 12 plus players, but in these story maps, they're quite quick. The remains of a transport contain a salvageable energy pod worth 20 energy. Unfortunately, its destroyed systems reveal no data on the convoy's origin, destination, or what led to its destruction. Oh well. Have you talked to the Paragon then? Stop! Hold it right there, filthy renegades. Return to your hovels immediately and we won't have to put you down like dogs. I mean, alright. What madness is this, soldier? Is that how the returning crew of a sleeper mission is welcome home these days? Step aside and let me talk to your superiors. Sleeper mission? Impossible. There are no more ships arriving from the void. Don't lie to me. Ruby Squad, Emerald Squad, Sapphire Squad. You're all madmen. You know what? He's talking gems. We'll let you speak with the prefect. He'll show you how we deal with traitors. It's hard to believe these wretched creatures were once proud Star Union citizens. I always felt the Paragon were going too far with their cybernetic enhancements, but this, are they even still human? And what about calling us renegades? Have their brains gone rotten as well? Is there something more to this? Time to talk to the prefect. Vanguard Central Command will know what's going on. In the meantime, we should keep our eyes open for the commanders of these different squads they mentioned. Could be trouble.
Objective completed.
Search for the leaders. Okay, interesting. And once we do, we get a assault bike. Appease the Paragon. Prove your good intentions to the Paragon and reach a peaceful relation with them. Which is not too difficult. Once we do, we'll gain some, or one of their units. Which is a skirmisher that has shield capabilities. And then some more good resources. Alright, our city can annex its first province. We'll go ahead and grab... I don't know if we're able to annex this yet because we haven't claimed it, so we need to go ahead and enter, defeat the baddies therein, and take this for ourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this one trooper. And then Daiyu Jiang can join up, that way we have a hero. She gets to start with a vehicle as well, which is pretty cool. She gets this APC, which has got a mounted cannon, single action, deals 16 damage, and just blasts them. Doesn't have anything else special going on, just shoots once with the big old cannon. We've got repair tools, so you can heal up mechanical or cyborg units by a fair bit. You can deploy a repair drone, which only heals, does not do anything else. Then she has a grenade, APC tactical scanners, increasing accuracy and morale by 15% and 100 for 2 turns, and then we've got defense mode. She's a large target in this APC. Fair enough. I think we can go ahead and apply these to her without causing any issues. We'll give her the flechette ammunition to apply bleeding. And then... claim the port. We've got some Autonom, a monitor. Nothing we haven't fought already, so let's go ahead and take it to him. Oh, good. A nuked out highway. Alright, what does network do? Help me. Alright, Networked enhanced targeting. What are you guys doing? Robot things. Roger, roger. Alright, so what we will do is move her forward once, go for those tactical scanners. You probably don't want to be right next to cars in case, because we can use these as well, some of them, as bombs. Move you behind this. Jack, we kind of need to be really aggressive with you. Only move to there. Alright, so Jack will have you run all the way up behind this sign. Map design in this is also incredible. You go from kind of Fallout-esque situations like this to completely alien worlds full of, like, Felucia-style vegetation. Into position, lads. Into Overwatch. Here. We'll send the other Echo Blades up as far as they can move, and then teleport their friends in on this side. Other troopers can move up here. You can actually get a shot. And that doesn't seem safe for anyone, does it? Yeah, go for it. I'll take a graze. It's a bit of damage. In that case, I'll send the bike around further to be a disruption should they decide to move in. Excellent. Hard mode for everyone here. Ouch. We'll just have to have him fall back. So moving him up here was a bad call. Who would have figured? We can try to use this ability to get them out of cover. To make sure I'm pushing them the right way. That should work. How unless we graze them. Weight plates here. Very low chance to hit. Can we actually stagger them with a grenade? I don't think it worked last time. You have kind of some kind of stagger resistance, good sir. Well, maybe. Throw a grenade at it. Yeah, it doesn't stagger them. In which case, we'll just go ahead and soften them up a bit. When you get a single shot of Overwatch on us, I don't think that matters that much. Wait, more than oh, and it staggered them. Wow, that's unfortunate. It did matter. It mattered quite a lot. Oh, we missed the first time. Still one of the units the second time, though. Hopefully enough to keep everyone alive. Repair drone won't save these guys, so we'll need to roll in. Roll straight to the center. And just go for the mounted cannon shot. We get another graze. Oh, how unfortunate. You're gonna run in and stab the face. Take the Overwatch with Jack. He will come back. Just lose his second hit. Avoiding stability? That's right. What does that actually do now that I have applied it? Is there any way to find out? No. Really, that's something they had improved on the secondary games. Is there anything that allows me to see what these do? No. Huh. Alright, well. That's just the way. I'm gonna drop a Shredder Bomb as one of our operations. Dealing 12 damage in a 1 hex radius and stagger. Well, we should have done that to start. Doesn't deal that much damage. Let's go ahead and kill this thing.
Enemy killed.
With a danger close airstrike. A supply drop. Ouch. Got sliced. Ooh, just about took out our other walkers.
In action.
Need to pull them away. you a cyborg? Biological, so no, we can't heal you. Let's roll the assault bike up and get it point blank.
Enemy destroyed.
Still was graze. And these grazes are unfortunate. Sorry, can we heal you? Fall back to here. No, it can't be affected. Alright, just run. Run for your life. Let you turn this direction. That way you're not getting flanked. Sneak up into combat here. Chuck the electricity fade. Stagger them. Ourselves in a pretty bad spot. This thing way back here is just gonna fire through. We'll go Overwatch here. Can't hit you very well, can we? Gang roll in. Good, as long as we land it. Another graze, man. We can't get lucky. No usable operations. We can't drop another shredder bomb on them. I think we have to let our goons handle this from here. Let's set up an Overwatch in case it wants to get any closer. And in the turn. Good news is even if they take out our heroes, they come back at the end. No problem. Dimensional instability, impact stagger, that sounds perfect. Stab. I'm gonna let my weakened infantry finish that guy off. That's what we're gonna try to. Battle bike, roll into here and go for the shot. Very good. The troopers can run up. Hopefully just finish off these sweeper bots. The Roombas of Doom. Another graze.
Enemy neutralized.
I guess we get what we deserve. Here, hopefully get 2 shots to finish the thing. Kinetic weakness. Oh, you miss. Hit him the second time, though. Let's just drive the APC up and... Please.
Enemy eliminated. They never stood a chance.
Awesome death animations, too. They never stood a chance. I did. For a second there, it felt like some of our guys were going to get throat chopped. The robot euphorically jumps from Dai Jiang to Jack Gelder, slewing its antenna in its excitement. Better watch yourself there, Tapples. Come here, Tapples. Now there's a good boy. Now you've got promise never run away like that again. Is he an AI dog? They just took the brain out of her dog and put it into this bot. Yayu is evil, confirmed. Just look what you've got us all into. Looking around may actually be worthwhile this occasion, Lieutenant. Do you remember how the ships here had been polished and flagged for our launch day? Now they look as if they belong to a museum, with the deconstruction hangars on Guard IP XX. Guard IP 20. Almost makes me feel like a living ghost. Speaking of ships, though, we have to double our efforts to find the alien ship that crashed from orbit. It'd be better to get on their tracks before they can prepare any nasty surprises. We get a hopper hound? I'm sorry, what is this? It's a vehicle? Sure. Locate the landing spot of an unknown vessel. Exploration quest, use your scout units around the fast moving. Oh, so we need to get over there and explore. Got it. If we do, we get a gunship. I'm here for that.
Objective completed.
And now we grab Tapples. Tapples the pug. Fair enough. So we need to explore where now? Here's where the dwelling is that the Paragon are living, so if we wish to go over and talk to them, do any kind of trading, we can do that here. So once we build up relations with them, we can buy things like soldiers, which are kind of meh, guards, which are also kind of meh, and then things like mods. And then later on, you can request ownership of the settlement itself and just adding it into your own city, which is very cool. Are there any issues you require our assistance with? The Imperial Guard is crumbling. The plebeians are given into their savage nature. Help us maintain order with our last bulwark of civilization. Don't worry, Tech Priest, we've got you. These darn plebeians. I think we can also... No, that's it. Your quest for human perfection ends now. You can kind of see the metropolis they live in. The city sprawl in these is always so incredible. I'm glad they added Age Wonders. 4, that is. Okay, so after winning that one, how many turns before we can resupply again? 1. We might as well get out there and do some more damage. Troopers fall in together. Refresh our movement points here, and go deal with this quest as soon as we can. How many turns do we have before that's lost? 10. So let's go clean up these clowns. Just start taking out a few of these hidden pickups. Bring these troopers with us. And then we annex Port 6. This landmark is an advanced production sector and gives the following when annexed: 60 production, and 6 production slots for your citizens. 30 energy, and then 3 of the same energy slots. And it also gives us the spaceship maintenance bay. Mechanical units produced in this colony have 2 additional resistance to all damage. That sounds incredible. And then Tables can come join us as well. Bring it on in, Tables. Tables is a special pug that comes pre-equipped with mods. Actually, these mods change how he looks. He's got the pug personality matrix. Shaped like a flower, this chip was created by Fang Jiang. Probably butcher that. Enhances Tapple's jolly nature. Makes him so happy. Again, some staggered resistance with the interlocking armor. You can't actually change these, which is fun. And then we've got improved combat sensors. Harder to hit and gains detection. It's like if R2-D2 was given legs and a big old laser cannon. Commander has leveled up. Excellent. We go for some upgrades here. Jack is he's supposed to have a gun. Instead, he's got these arm blades. Okay, so we are going to give him more morale penalties. I like healing faster. Field medicine's probably what we're going to invest in. Field medicine, all for the units in the army heal for 6 each turn out of combat. Good. Some just kind of passive heals are always fantastic. Can we actually switch him to having the Hopper Hound? That is bizarre. Flame, Spit, and Inflame. Oh, an MX-2000 sniper? Fair. We'll have to switch him next time, because this time we've already made him a close quarter specialist. So our next mission, we'll have to make sure we're setting him up for guns, because there's so much more in terms of guns.
Production
The
ready.
training center is done. Got simulation. No, I think we'll just grab ourselves. Did I already grab an additional combat bike? Now we've just got 1 combat bike. We could also probably use a secondary healer. What colonizer it is, so we can get another city going. Alright, now we'll send you up to this station to refill your points. Come up to this. Well, hello there, Huijiang. What is this, new recruits? Have you come to prove yourself to the great Huijiang and his Emerald Squad? Be strong, be quick-minded, be disciplined, master your skills, and you may be yet chosen to fight at the front line as we retake the Molten Earth Arsenal. What a name. Hui, is that really you? I thought I would never have the chance to meet you as a grown-up. When did you join the Vanguard? Do you have a wife and children? How did you survive for such a long time? There are so many questions. And Fang, my dear brother, does this mean he could still be alive as well? So she's much older than this lad. Strange. Impossible. My family is dead. If my father was still alive, he would shoot you himself. Tell your squad leader his attempts to trick me into his confidence will be met with gunfire. Oh no, it pains to see me that my brother has decided to conceal the truth about my cryosleep mission. But this is no lie. You're telling us a whole bunch out of nowhere. I am truly your father's sister, and I can prove it. Commander, I need your help. There is an interlocking pendant, sort of family heirloom. My brother's piece is hidden in a repair station, and it was our secret, but if we can recover it, Huey will believe us. Seems like I have 3 options here. I can shoot Lieutenant Jiang, I can shoot Huey Jiang, or I can shoot someone else and get an amulet. So we go into this station, get a Vanguard engineer. See, that seems worth it. If it was just for the greater good, I don't know if we could do it. Victory of convincing Huey Jiang to a ceasefire. We get a tank and a dragonfly as a vehicle. It's got a aircraft gun and some swarm missiles. I'm here for swarm missiles. We can end this mission by putting an end to the military conflict between the different Vanguard squad leaders on Leave 6. Yeah, we're being pitted against each other anyway, so we won't apply DACA unless we really need to. You go ahead and get back to exploring there, Owl. Alright, yeah, that looks good. Third. Automatic movement. Okay, where are you headed? Let's send you to this is where Huey Jiang is. He's got a sniper and a bunch of purifiers. That's fun. So we really don't necessarily... Oh, look at that. Milady. A parasitic infestation. Well, let's see. Yeah, I don't want to deal with him at all right now. Crazy McCrazy. You can handle yourself. Going down this direction. Seas are boiling. Now we'll go ahead and pass the turn. And I'm going to jump up for a real quick break. About 5 minutes, no more, and we'll be right on back with this Voyage of Wonders. Apples, you join here. And we'll fight side by side here against these lads. We'll go for an auto combat. Depending on how it goes, I'll just let the replay play, and I'll be right on back with more coffee and after going to the bathroom. Quick break.
Operations ready. Enemy down. Enemy eliminated. Enemy destroyed. They never stood a chance.
Oh, I return. You know, being able to watch the replay is one of the coolest aspects, I think, about Age of Wonders, and I wish there was some way that we could add this into Total War. In fact, being able to replay your battles if you don't like how the auto-resolve handles it, I think is also something that needs to be added into Total War somehow. You find a salvageable Imperial supply reserve containing some food. Unfortunately, the container logs are destroyed and you can't trace where the resources came from. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and pick up some more goodies along the way here. And then go ahead and try to finish up this mission.
Our colonies require the means to protect themselves and a reason to stay. But the very least, it's time to invest in some good old-fashioned guns and beer. Dollar
That's
Smith,
right.
Deneb Colony Mayor.
Dollar Smith. Alright, Dollar, you know how to party. We'll go ahead and next grab... Hang on, let's see what this resource is mainly producing for us. Since it is a wonder or a landmark, we can't actually utilize it for anything else. It already has a building already there, so next one probably going to be research. So we want to come on in and...
Doctrine enacted.
Good. Back up on Auto Explorer. Societal Research will be into... We want to get into Covert or Operation Effectiveness 1, that we can get multiple. We'll grab a Research Development then, that way we can, once we annex another province, being Galaxis Mons here, we can actually further boost up those research buildings. We got 4 people. Let's go ahead and set up one of our colonists. Can't do more than that, can we? That's just the way it is then. Don't want to take 2 out of food, but we'll go ahead and spread it like this. Starship Maintenance Bay. Oh yeah, get that going too. So next turn we will have the colonizer up. Can't rush it, we don't have the energy for it. And likely we'll bring the colonizer over to... If we can grab the old theater district, I'm going to try to. Which may not be possible with Jiang here. One moved, perfect. We pass. Found some Cosmite, good. Not sure why you moved 1 over, but fair enough. The thing you can do is you can see what battles were won and lost by the enemies, and you can actually watch the replays for those too, which is something you can't do in Age of Wonders 4. He's got a Terminator Trooper? That's a fun name. I combined a grenade and biological, so I'm about to create genocidal there, but that's not what he is. He is just a normal dude. Go ahead and bring Tapples and company up to help clear this zone. Do you want to allow them to retreat? These robots are trembling in fear, trying to flee the battle. We need experience. Sorry, robots. We chased them down. I will go ahead and auto-combo that one. Almost no damage, it's fine. We'll fight this one for ourselves. And probably without the support of the troops here. Raid your hero. For some void bullets. This hero's range attacks ignore 50% of the penalties from cover and units in the way. That's pretty awesome. Give you some void bullets and... This would make you a range specialist too, so that way your combat is or your damage is a little bit higher. Up to 20. That's not bad at all. No more mods available for the time being though. No laser ones for you either. Now that's all we've got. Alright, colonizer, you come on over. We're gonna try to make it to the Crimson Sands and into the old theater district, but we'll see. We might have other plans. Can't rush this. So afterwards, let's go ahead and grab the recreational dome for even more happiness. And then probably snag another trooper. Just for more cheap frontline. Oh, it's Michael. Jack Gelder, I should have known it was you who would return to leave so. Jack Gelder, I should have known it was you who returned to leave 6. The air has reeked of arrogance ever since I heard the reports of a landed sleeper vessel. Valentine, somehow I'm not even surprised to find you alive. Bad weeds grow tall. Still, I never expected you to turn against your precious Paragon friends. What happened? Did they no longer look handsome enough for you? Typical, mocking other people's misery. While you were frozen solid, the rest of us struggled for survival. My position granted me cryo-sleep access. With a war to fight, I have been in and out of cryo-sleep in anticipation of some sign the Star Unit will return. Imagine my disappointment to learn it was just you. Spoken like a true hypocrite. This is why I always enjoyed shouting with you. Fun times aside, don't you agree it's time to end this unnecessary bloodshed? Unnecessary? I'm not surprised you fell for Jang's innocent act. Go ahead. Ask him what he did that night in Elysium Parks. For my cooperation, prove you're not just after my supplies. Go to Sector 43B. Pyrex fires threaten our energy reactors and quench them, and we can talk again. Alright, aviators. We'll see. Oh, if we do, we get a walker. With a Gatling gun and a strike missile. See, all of that sounds great. Geothermal instability threatens the Imperial Energy Complex in this sector. To remove a hazard, you first need to complete society research that allows you to do so. Yeah, no problem. Here's some unclaimed goodies, so you were the one that found... I guess he's the Ruby Squad. We found him! We just got one more of the generals to locate here. I guess we're trying to peace out with everyone. We'll move on through. No reason to secure that. Although if we have them move, I think we do get whatever is on that sector naturally. Can't rush. Let's see if we can quickly get any deals with you guys yet. Now we just need a little bit more relations with the dwelling. Soon. I'm still not sure if Valentine was mocking me when he referred to the Elysium Parks. Sending me on a wild goose chase, though, deteriorating pleasure parks sounds like something he'd enjoy. Still, I can't ignore the possibility that he has a point. As opportunistic as he may be, Michael Valentine is still a Vanguard officer. Vanguard officers don't joke about war. It's the one thing they care about. Search the Elysium Parks to learn more about the incidents that led to the escalation of the Vanguard conflict. Send a scout to each of the parks. And we get Ebot Roy. Oh, how exciting. Well, let's go explore. First, we'll grab this. I'm about to trespass. Well, I guess I won't grab this. Don't need to make Michael that mad. There are actually, he's a xenophobe. Favors monoculture empire and is more prone to migrate colonies into their society. Thankfully, we're also Vanguard, so he shouldn't come after us. Yet.
I was inspired reading research on a maglev train accident in Star Union Station. The E&M braking failed, launching the train through 3 solid barriers before stopping. Naturally, I thought the same powers could be used in a weapon. Clint
Naturally.
Sutton, Vanguard high-energy...
We can use those to make our firearms have more accuracy, 1 additional range, and deal more damage. And the other one is just to electrify our ammo, making them, I think, deal more damage to mostly cyborg units. There's certain units that are weak to electric. Next, we'll go ahead and grab Nanite Sports so we can heal. And start down those more elite, towards the more elite units. And we'll see if we need to send anyone with you. In fact, we'll go ahead and send... We'll slow their roll ever so slightly. Send this melee trooper with them. No, we don't need you to build a forward base. We just want Tapples here. Then these 2 troopers can also join. There we go. Works for me. Same as with Age of Wonders 4. You do want less. I think it's 4 units is the optimal if you're trying to level up. We're not going to worry about optimal, though. We're going to worry about having a good time. Alright, so Owl, you go ahead and tell them to bugger off. We require this location. Please vacate. That's 47 food. Acquire an Ego Bomb. Staggers units, bypasses all defense, and then breaks their mind. She told us what Broken Mind does. Is it shift? There's got to be a key that allows us to do that. We'll find it one day. We're going to go ahead and instead disable the item, or disassemble it and gain some knowledge. Oh, we're already circumnavigating this area. Fair enough. We'll put you back on Auto Explore then. Okay, let's head back home. Still have enough energy to rush that. It is an expensive building, that is. Alright, good. We have less happiness now, so I'm not going to have them give less here, but let's put 1 Like, putting 1 into happiness means putting 2 into happiness. That gives it an event in a single turn. Or in no turns. Let's get a happiness event to get some free resources. Looks like we also have some baddies moving in. So we do need to... We need to react. We'll see. Might have to take off something on the... Oh, here we go. Let's see. Some baddies approach. Hopperhound Blade Maw. Here, leave. Manhunters. Well, we will move in on these marauders. They have a helicopter. Makeshift laser turret. Some spacer missiles. We got a spacer truck. Oh, so it's the Mad Max gang. And their magma friends. Let's teach them a lesson. Pirates. No, there's no pirates here. All I see are dead men. Move forward once, and then go for the APC scanners. Beep boop. Everyone is now much better. Yeah, Tapples later on and gets access to some other crazy abilities. We're not gonna worry about that yet. For now though, you move up here. Pulse all the way to 4. Go ahead and pulse out some blur cloud here, which will obscure them and make them hard to hit. Probably gonna have our assault bike dueling with the other. Let's bring it over here to start though. You guys have a range attack. They have a bash and a berserk chemicals. Oh, fun. That's gonna be exciting. So since they're gonna be closing the gap, let's step to just here. We can use the APC as cover. That's incredible. Things you learn. We don't want them to. Oh, he can reach us. No, no, no. Very bad. All back once. Oh, look at the helicopter. Alright, they've got some definite high-value targets here. Don't know if the obscuring is going to keep him safe from the stabby boy. We'll see. Can't hit him with a grenade. I thought we pass. He goes for a little bit of... Oh, the missile! Wow, that was spooky. It does trigger Overwatch. We take out a couple of them. But they are going to come in and stab. They get a graze and get shot some more.
Operations available.
Good, they're down. Alright, the crazies are done. We just got to deal with the magma, this thing back here with missiles. And then the spacer truck. I think next target needs to be the truck. Roll around with the APC. First shot with mounted cannon. And we get a nice 16 damage. Don't believe we have an opportunity to stagger. We can try though. Now, since it's a large target, it has some stagger resist, so we'll just shoot it. Pew pew, brothers. Need to graze the second time. I'm gonna probably drop a big flechette bomb. Or 30 of our energy. Onto... 10 damage or 9 damage. We'll drop it on the magma. Just to stagger him a bit. It'd be better if there was more targets to hit, but... You can't have everything. Apples, let's bring you over here. For a heal. Probably be smarter. Let's heal up. Boss, and actually one of the cool things about this game is instead of healing and being temporary, like in Age of Wonders 4, all the healing you go for is permanent. Let's stagger you here as well. So stacking up on heals is very effective in this game. Which is actually probably part of the reason they changed it. Likely some people complained. What if we get all 3 shots? 45% chance. As long as shooting him twice takes him out. And we'll see. That's one hit. That's a second hit with the Graze, takes him out. And this thing, if anyone's close enough, they will actually detonate and deal damage to them too, which is really cool. What is this? Oh, that's not good. Oh, the other thing that's really cool is if your units are flying and you blow them up, they will actually crash down on a unit directly beneath them and deal damage to them too, so a couple of interesting interactions there. We're just going to skate on over and blast. That hits. No, we don't want to hit our own commander. Commander. Oh, we hit him no matter what. Alright, well, we'll just shoot him here. Get a Graze. Unfortunate. See how much damage. Flame jet. 3 hits on the bike. Bike's fine. The bike can handle it. Especially if you go for the repair tools on it. Tapples, you move in. What can you do? All cooldowns and once per ability reset. Abilities are reset. That's incredible. We'll just come over and use your laser blast, though.
Enemy killed.
Good night. Then we'll drive you up. You have to actually be able to come into contact with them. Huh, interesting. Well, that's fine. Hit from there. Repair tools on the bike. Which can then roll back into combat. And fire, dealing not very much damage. Our commander can't hit air units at all, so he's going to come over and stab this effigy. Spread out just a little bit. A little concerned about our pug. Oh, we can kill him here. If we get lucky. 8. Come on, lads. One more hit. Oh, it's the way.
They never stood a chance.
Oh, sweet.
Objective complete.
Thank you for helping us. Your reward awaits you. In relations, some more influence, energy, and we can sell the knowledge if we want. No. Who treads there in the shadows of my throne, hiding like thieves? Come closer into the light. Let me see your faces. Ah, it is you, the ones who claim to have returned through the spatial rift. Tell me, soldier, what was the name and designation of your mission? Jack's accent has changed so many times. My name is Jack Gilder, commanding officer of the VES Frontier. We secured the Katoni system, deployed through a Type 4 cryosleep mission 197 years ago. That being said, and with all due respect, you better have a bloody good reason to treat us like this. 197 years, 58 days, and 20 hours ago to be precise. The Frontier seemed like a fine ship back then. Congratulations, Commander, you have passed. That's what is true. Void storms have subsided. This is excellent news. I would invite you all to a celebratory dinner, but as you must have noticed, we are barely sustaining ourselves. I do owe you an apology, Commander, though you must understand our situation. When the planet lost contact to Vanguard Central Command, it had no means of supply. Soldiers make for bad farmers. Not always true, and as rations grew short, tensions within the Vanguard began to boil. They split into different parties, the Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire squads, while alas, only a few remained loyal to the Paragon. They went full anime when food ran out. Since then, they have been fighting over food, weapons, and resources, laying waste to the planet with experimental Promethean weaponry. They assault anyone and raided all other Paragon command posts. We were desperate, but now, with your arrival, and the prospect of rejoining the Union, we can surely put an end to this tragedy.
Objective complete.
Really. Changed relation to peace. Need a little bit more influence and a guard. Which, like I said, are not the best units, but we'll definitely use them to stave off any attacks. Not looking forward to fighting this battle. we just have you to fall back for a moment until Jack's able to? Yeah, we're probably gonna have to. They just outnumber us. Let's come back into our territory. We'll use Jack just in case. Use Jack as reinforcement, rather. Get over there, Paragon. And they do look quite cool. Their energy shields and they're like a more armored version of the elites from Halo. We got some nanite injectors we could give them. Heal the unit for 15, increase their resistance to all damage channels by 3 for 2 turns. That's pretty great. We definitely want to give our nanite injectors to our frontline fighters. Refreshed. Yeah, the refreshed Electroblade Police. Yeah, that'll work. Although, do we have any secondary weapons we could trade out for the arc grenade? Staggers units and just deals electric. I don't think that's actually that good. The base grenade's better. Deals the same damage, but this is going to stagger and blow stuff up. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and switch that. We have to pay some Cosmite for it, but that's okay. Jack needs better weapons. Maintenance phase done. Fantastic. So now 1 turn, and we'll have the recreational done too. Awesome. So we'll just go ahead and put this back to normal. These 2 can stay in energy and food, and we might grab 1 to production too. 1 more population, we can annex another province.
Quantum-powered molecular machines are not magic, they're science. But the uncertainty principle dictates that if I explain to you exactly how it works, it'll stop working that way. So just trust me. It's not magic, it's just probabilistic, quantum state-driven subatomic machines. Stanley Strangelove, publicist, Smalltech Enterprises.
I can't explain it to you, just trust me, bro. The technology. That gives us the nanite injectors, of course. We've got now some operations for combat. We can drop a nanite support station to heal and drop an obscuring field. Nice. And then otherwise we have the combat assist system, which is a drone that is going to purge any negative status effects and provide some resistance to non-physical damage for a couple turns. Not bad. I think next we'll go ahead and secure the smart defenses here. Getting some resistance to stagger is incredibly important. Quantum gain. We do need to move through into environmental conditioning. Oh, did it already give it to us? Oh, it gave it to us for free. Well, that's quite cool. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and grab quantum gain here for even more doctrine slots.
Happiness event in colony.
Here we go, and this colony we gain some additional food. Speeding us along to the next population point, which will be next turn. And we can make it into the Elysium Park. Let's see what's going on. Send a scout. Stay away, repulsive creeps. Didn't you already do enough damage to us the last time? There, there, sister, don't cry. It's not these humans' fault. They're just slaves to their instincts, as we are to our programming. My instincts are to shoot you if you keep this up. Calm yourselves, androids. We have nothing in common with the people who damaged you. We just want to talk. Well, we might, depending on how much you want to talk. And why are you wearing their uniforms? Also, it's rude to call us androids. We haven't even... I say we shoot them. Very well, Emma 3, we're wearing Vanguard uniforms. Not every Vanguard is the same. We all have rules, but sometimes people violate those rules. From what I can see, you're a victim. By telling me what happened, I'll find and punish the ones responsible. We were singing and dancing, and then things happened. They were blasted to death, so they got tired of your android shenanigans and started shooting. Fair enough. We need to send the scouts to the other parks, which will we will then still probably clear. Yeah, we got baddies approaching from all over. For now, though, you're just gonna stay in position, which is unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. Good where you're at. Relations have improved, so we can grab things like reactive shielding or some more units. And actually, reactive shielding's not bad. Whenever struck by a ranged attack, it gains extra resistance and also just gets a little bit more. We'll save. We'll hang on to it. Or influence it is. And turn. Now the hounds are converging on our position. We'll move in, tell them to leave this position here. By courtesy of the prefect, we shall grant you this favor. This is a little bit of production. Keep. And then we'll go ahead and we can just annex this immediately. Well, I was hoping we would have a battle there. Turns out no. Well, then next we'll go across the mountain here to try to attack these guys. Oh, we can send the bike. Beautiful. Quartzite Crystal Basher. I mean, fair enough. He's a big crystal behemoth. Yeah, Wild Bash and then throw Arc Crystals. Auto combat. Obliterates them. Yeah, fair enough. It is what we expected. We gotta deal with these lads first. Let's come on down here. We're gonna sneak across into this sector when we can. Right, go on guard, take up position, and yeah, that's that. We'll go ahead and annex Galaxis Mons here for Cavendon, giving us a research station. Where are the other parks at? Game, help me. We've got one way over here. Now they are a long ways off. Let's go this direction first. I need to probably snag the other scalp too. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going all over the place. Without any kind of actual goal. Let's go this way. Towards one of the actual missions here then. Molten Earth Arsenal. I think that's what Aviators was trying to convince us to go help him take out. We'll grab that trooper. And then the Botanical Gardens gives us even more happiness slots. I don't think we need happiness just yet, but we will grab the standard military infrastructure, which will cost 4 energy upkeep, but it'll give us some actual garrison troops in case things go awry while we're out and exploring. Yeah, I don't trust you. Sector base full of Cavendon, so now we need to actually exploit that province. Here in Galaxis Mons, we will put in... Oh, I was wrong. I thought it was going to be a research one. Still have much to learn. I guess with the combination of mountain and arid, these are all you get. The research station is just buffing up your knowledge. Okay. Well, now I know. I would say industrial exploitation would be a little bit more effective right now. Get some repeater defense turrets too. Yes, I think we shall. Let's go ahead and snag an owl to complete some of the missions we're on right now. So let's go ahead and buy that immediately. Allow the owl to recruit next turn. Gets rid of a lot of our energy. That's okay. Let's fight. Take out. Oh, they'll allow them to. We'll go ahead and allow these guys to retreat. Having good guy points in this one and any of the Age of Wonders games tends to make your games go much more smoothly. People tend to have an indifferent opinion. Neutral reputation has no substantial effect, sure. Now, your reputation determines how other empires and NPC factions see you. Your reputation is affected by your in-game actions. And sure enough, we will move down here towards the old theater district. You lads are going to stay on guard mode. In the city. Oh, and now the sector has a lovely industrial zone. Looks great. And actually, I think it does slowly change as you continue to develop it too, which is awesome. Oh, he's sending out a colonizer. Hopefully it gets ambushed and destroyed. get what you deserve. Start moving across. I think this squad can handle the Marauders here. Probably will be a tough one, but if we move with the Colonizer, because the Colonizer actually has attacks too, I think we have a chance. Nanite injectors on the frontline fighters. Sure, they can be revitalized, why not? Grab this, pick up a supply stash with 20 food. With 21 food. Hopefully these won't come chase us, otherwise this scout is doomed. A Mega Beetle. We need a bigger flamer. The heavy flamer. Well, we are going to bring in the heavy missiles here soon. And let's pass the turn. Hounds move in. It's a low-risk battle. Let's fight it ourselves. It's close enough. Colonizer and the escort hold the line. Hopper hounds are a problem. So what can they do? They can pounce. Oh, excellent. Bypasses all defenses, or at least all resistance. Combat jump. All sorts of jumping attacks. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll to here. Up on the hill. Spear units to the front. I don't know if we want to apply the teleporting guys yet or not. I think we want to wait. Take the high ground and set them up into Overwatch. You better Colonizer can't Overwatch. That'd be so cool. Alright, well then. Guard mode for everyone in turn. They're staying spread out so our bombs won't be as effective.
Available.
But I still will likely drop a bomb. Leads over here. Let's go ahead and take out the range troops. Drops the bomb in the middle. Now we can't get in position where we can hit them. A little unfortunate. Let's move the colonizer here. Gun troops take a... Oh, no, not defensive. We want you to be in Overwatch. Let's fall back once with them, but still put them in Overwatch. Yeah, that's something we'll have to deal with quite often. My mouse does double click, so I'm going to be looking into a new one before too long. But for now, we'll have to just randomly tell our units to no, don't run in. That's not what we want at all. Get any good shield bashes? No. They'll stand here. Then just go into the defense mode. You guys step back. Go ahead and turn to face them. We'll go ahead and summon in our other Echo Walker right in front. Which will then... Well, I'm tempted to heal, that way we don't hit the nanites now, that way we have huge damage resist. Let's do it. We'll do it now. That way they don't get taken down. We just lose access to the healing. Really not that big a deal. And turn. Jumping, we block a lot of that damage and they get blasted. And that worked out fantastically. And these units here will actually also explode. These little Mega Beetle babies. Mega Beetle babies. We've seen the adults. These things are horrifying. They should explode. Yeah, the death rattle. They deal 8, I think, biological damage to things around them. So if we target them first, flank shot here. Ooh,
Enemy annihilated.
drop both of them. And then you come on up. Chuck a grenade in. Can't hit both of them. I still like the idea of staggering the hop rounds. The Echo guys can't get in close enough. So truthfully, we may just want to send them up to stand in the way. Let's move to here to start. We'll decide in a moment. They can't really get any closer either. 40% chance. Come on. Oh, and a miss and a graze. Well, that shot really quickly. Charges forward, knocking back its target, taking its place. Well, it didn't quite go as well as I wanted it to. We should have probably gone just for the normal shot here on the other. Yeah, let's shield charge these. We'll take just one shot from the baby Mega Beetles. Not expect them to try to bite us. Vicious little monsters. And then the clones will move to here. To hopefully absorb the damage, but if the clones go away, they go away. Oh shoot. They get violent.
Enemy down. Unit lost.
Detonation will go ahead and hit
They never stood a
one
chance.
shot, killing both grasshoppers. Raiding grasshoppers the size of a Great Dane is a bad time, a Hopperhound Manhunter. Alright, onward. To colonize this province. I'll go ahead and hit the healing zone. Just move right in. We can just visit the site. Easy. Supply stash, and that's a lot of bad. See if we can't sneak around. Our other scout too. Pick up this crash ship. There's a drone telling us there's something down here. I think we already knew that though. Reduction in Caviton. I quite like the idea of some defense turrets. Defense turrets to help out in case we have any issues. This next scout, we will send directly into this area. We need to go shut down that geothermal. Do we need a hero to do this? No. Okay, good. So we just need the amount of resources. That we can do. They demand energy. Well, what if I do a quest instead? We have lost technology from the past, and that means to research and develop our most elite Paragon privileges. Your colony is advancing. With our guidance, you might be able to restore technologies we once thought lost to legend. Using the following bionics, could you show us if we could upgrade these very powerful implants? Takes 10 turns. Huh. Demand quests yield no rewards. So it's not a question, it's a you're going to do this. Well, fun. Military research, though, we will go ahead and set up. Phase manipulation is pretty good. More for the phase field. Let's go for the engineering core.
Production ready.
That way we can get the engineers, which give us shotgun troops and the ability to, I think, heal more. Or no, they don't heal, but they do drop down turrets, which are quite awesome. I'm gonna have you go defend Galaxis Mountains instead. You set up here and go to door mode. That way I don't have to click through you to get into Door City. And here, actually, I messed that up a little bit. That's okay. We'll just allow it to produce some energy for this turn. I don't know if we have the influence to tell you all to leave. We do not. We'll close that channel for now. Colonizer, you go ahead and drop out here. Oh, I was one tile off. We'll found a Vanguard colony in the old theater district. We need to get rid of this Cosmite. The guys guarding the Cosmite, that gives us a little bit more of the elite resource. You guys stepped here. We have to search it. Are there bad guys here? I hope this pendant of yours is made of Tricorium, Lieutenant, because this place looks like it's been wrecked by a horde of angry Pteranodon. How can you even be sure, though, that this is where we even need to search? For all you know, your brother could have switched working places a dozen times before he resigned. I didn't want to bring this up earlier, but let's just say my parents were very preoccupied about any family members going missing. So they took some precautions. Pendants, they are more than mere adornments. What are they then? Tracking devices? No wonder you never talk about your family. They're crazy. Yes, we could use them to find each other. When we landed, I located the pendant of my brother in this position. Last time I checked, it was still here, but now it appears to be moving. These are fresh Hopperhound tracks. I suspect one of these creatures scavenged your pendant. I remember several incident reports where exterminators found entire collections of shiny objects in a Hopperhound burrow. They like shinies and they're the size of Great Danes. That is horrifying. Yang's family heirloom. Grants targeting flare to the user. Launch a flare marking an area of 1 hex radius. Units in that area gain illuminated, making them easier to hit. Well, that's awesome. Flare lasts for 3 turns. Well, that will go to her APC for sure.
Objective completed.
Vanguard Engineer. Excellent, we'll take it. Back home at HQ? Yeah, unfortunately. Well, we'll still bring you in. It's going to be a long journey, though. Let's go ahead and have these 2 units, the 2 melee lads, fall back towards Galaxis Mons. We'll just keep the gun troops here. You guys go ahead and refill your movement and move in towards these Hopperhounds. Oh, they're full of pugs. Oh man, an Alpha Hopperhound Eviscerator. It turned into a praying mantis. Superior evolutionary mutation. It has 400 additional morale, 2 resistance to all effects, and is harder to hit. How fun. Bring the reinforcements. We'll need them. Scouts, you go ahead and sit up here and cure this geothermal instability, making our friendship with aviators that much easier. Pepper's Peak, huh? Did I go too far to the... No, we're just not over to that area yet. That one's not guarded. We'll go ahead and pick up this crash ship. You are closing in. Just keep avoiding the baddies in the area. Cena of House Timur. My, look what we got here. More volunteers to serve the glorious cause of House Timur. I was starting to think this whole expedition may have been a waste of our resources. Oh, that's what I forgot to explain. Is the Syndicate, instead of using droids like the banking clan, they use slaves. They're great. House Timur? Isn't that the kind of pretentious name the Syndicate would give their criminal organizations? You're the ones from the ship we encountered in the spatial rift, aren't you? I was supposed to find an entire Vanguard squad at this location. Tell me, what have you done to them, and I may spare you and your Outlander friends. Oh, you are a feisty one, and so adorably clueless. I almost think I should keep you. Don't worry about your friends, darling. We took them into our care. You should have seen them before. They were all so awfully malnourished. Now they work for free. Took them into your care, turned them into slaves, you mean? Kiriko were only a small part of the living property we found as we expected the Syndicate. Back then, I had to obey the law and accept whenever the ones responsible could buy themselves out of their punishment. The situation has changed. I suggest you leave this planet immediately without your volunteers. Or we bring the DACA. What should I do? I want Cena off planet, but do we want another full-scale war? I think we kind of do want a full-scale war. Thank you, Commander, but it's nothing really. No reason to be concerned. Not a solid one, anyway. What is it, Daiyu? Just spit it out. Alright, Commander, but you must promise to keep this between us and not embarrass me in front of the squad. Ever since we landed, I had this eerie feeling that I'm being watched. I can sense something is off, but no matter how hard I pay attention, I can't find any concrete evidence to support my paranoia. Some paranoia may be healthy when you're stuck between the battle lines of rogue Vanguard squads and opportunistic Syndicate house. The last few weeks have been rough for anyone. Or everyone. First leaving our past lives behind in cryosleep, and now this madness. Just don't let the situation get to you, Dayu. We're all in this together. Probably nothing. Provide Cena with a list of supplementary goods you can use to build in your colonies. Or that you can build in your colonies. So we can just work for Cena.
Objective completed.
And we'll think about it. Alien ship found gives us a gunship.
Objective completed.
And now that we found all of the Vanguard squad leaders, we gain ourselves another assault bike. Units left and right here. Oh, look at the gunship. It's incredible. It's got an aircraft gun, buster missile. And has that crash down effect that I was saying, that when it gets destroyed, it falls down on the target or the hex directly beneath it and explodes, damaging everything on that hex. Pretty cool. We'll just go ahead and send them in to join the squad then. Assault bike. I think we'll have you go defend here. And I'm actually going to turn these two lads around and have them rejoin our reinforcements. And the gunship can also do the same. Select production here. We are all out of cash and cosmite. Excuse me, why are you being like this? Oh, in the turn, control enter, really. You have some unfinished events. We just go ahead and start setting up the goods for Timur. It only takes 3 turns. So sure, we'll go ahead and do that. We avoid war that easily. You completed your task? Good. Well, those fires didn't ignite themselves. A bunch of renegades have fortified themselves in the molten earth arsenal, where they got their hands on dangerous Promethean weaponry. Bringing these deserters to justice would go a long way towards re-establishing order on Leave 6. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Ordering me around like some first-year recruit. Just be careful the tasks you give me don't cause me more trouble than convincing you with a gun. At least Jack knows what's going on. Good day, Colonel. It's come to my attention you're having some trouble with Cena of House Timur. I heard of her demands, and believe me, they won't be her last ones. I know a subtle and yet effective way to get her off planet. Interested? That depends. First, tell me who you are and why you should even want to help me. Then we should talk. I'm a friend. A friend who has a certain interest in seeing Cena retreat from this planet. Anything to damage House Timur. I've incriminating information about Cena's past. Her ascension onto Throne Timur wasn't all sunshine and roses. There are some people who'd try to kill her if they learned how she'd acquired her current position. All you would need to do is show her you have proof of what had happened, and she should be more cooperative. Interesting. Sure. I'm listening. Yes, indeed I can. Meet me at these coordinates and be sure to be less noisy. From what I've seen, stealth isn't your soldier's most distinguished quality.
Objective completed.
Alright, Bionic Man is done, so we can get back to researching our society research, but then we get more goodies. Actually, no, we don't. There's no rewards. Well, that's sad.
Objective completed.
Extinguishing the Pyrex fires, though, gave us some influence, energy, and production. Capture the Promethean military base. Annex the Molten Arsenal into one of your colonies to root out the renegades that terrorize Leave 6 with their Promethean weaponry, and we'll get a helicopter for it. Sure. And we can meet with the rival house agent. I mean, we could just set the houses to taking each other out. That would be perfect. Would save us a lot of hassle. Just gotta find a way around Cena without trespassing. Let's go this direction. Ooh, we chose poorly. In fact, she controls most of the north here. Ah, I see. We forgot our diplomacy entirely. I can come on in here to talk to Huey Zhang and go, hello, sir. What if we have a non-aggression pact? And you don't cause any problems. Your proposal is very welcome. Okay, cool. And then also we can give him contact information on Michael Valentine and... yeah, you can give me some gold for it. That works. And I don't really trust you, so we're not going to go further than that. Michael, Good sir. How about a non-aggression pact? Sounds good. Also, I will let you walk through my borders for 10 turns if you give me some cash. Works for me. Cena. Ah, we only want to stab her. Got it. I'll give you contact information with Michael Valentine and you give me cash. It's a deal. Beautiful. We have now changed to trustworthy. Seen by other players as mostly dependable and cooperative.
Colony established.
No one has been established. Excellent. Oh, looks great. We have the influence to get rid of these clowns. They are charging us so much. I kindly ask you to withdraw. So that way I can get some more Cosmite in return. A very important resource. You guys stay here. We'll send Jack to deal with these clowns. And we'll manual fight this one. It has a bunch of support troops, so this is not going to be an easy one. Well, unless they decide to move like this. Move the APC forward a little bit and scan. Like this so I can properly see the battlefield. Jack, do we want to get into a brawl with this thing? Use invigorating sounds that increases morale and gives everyone fast movement. Grasshopper of Doom. Go ahead and move to here. Drop into defense mode. We can still leap, right? Yeah, it still does have a combat jump. Use the APC as cover. I wonder if you can use the assault bike as cover too. We will just send the assault bike wide. Actually, probably not wide enough. Move to here and then turn around so we're not getting flanked. Then Apples will have also going to come over and drop off the blur cloud on Jack. It left and made all of the support unit. Oh, good.
Operation
Super
available.
obscured. Well, I mean, we're just going to drop a nuke on you, so enjoy. Said we're just going to drop a nuke on you, so enjoy. Not dealing that much damage, is it? Feels more if you hit him directly, of course. We'll go here. We actually need to move up on them because they will start healing each other. We'll be here. Trying to lure them in. Killing troops up. We'll send the APC as well. Definitely blast the APC, no problem. Here, let's bring her back once. Turn around. And then sit up in guard mode. We'll use the APC as cover. Go, Tapples, you can move around to this flank. Might kind of stay where it is. There we are. Combat leap pushes Jack backwards, which we will then heal up. Ooh, that's so much damage on the Overwatch. Right, go ahead and reset your cooldowns back there, clowns. Ouch. Jack can go ahead and hit you with the nanite injectors, not worry about doing any more damage. Oh, ouch. You got to Overwatch on that. I did not expect that. Maybe you should read better then. Wizard, let's move this direction. Honestly, some really good damage back there on the incoming pug. That's that
Enemy
one down.
killed.
These guys have a very low chance of killing. What if we throw a grenade? We'll hit our own troops. Don't want that, so if we step forward then, and then hit a quick grenade here, that's also not worth it. They missed the first shot, and only grazed the second. Hit him R2.
Enemy killed.
Forward. Do we have any once in a turn abilities? I don't think we, or once in a battle abilities. I don't think we do. Can you launch the grenade? No. I will just wait then. See, I wasn't expecting that. Fun. Drop a nice healing charge off on those who have been wounded. I think we hit them with the grenade. They lose some of their movement next turn. You can come around behind them, hit with the focused array. We'll hit the APC a little bit, so let's try to do that last. One more of their action points, and then go for the laser array. Do it. It didn't kill. Good news is we have more grenades. When in doubt,
And our forces are victorious.
I just apply more grenades. Easy. Who would have thought that pug units could turn so feral? Seems like they must have done most of the repair station wrecking themselves. I'm as surprised as you are, Commander. Makes me appreciate Tapple's jolly nature even more. It's time to thaw my nephew's memory with these pendant. That heirloom belonged to my father. I thought it had been. How did you? All right, if you are indeed my aunt, as you claim, you at least deserve to know my father died many years ago in a work accident. Being his sister, you know what that means. Seeing you spoke the truth about your identity and how your squad handled the threats of this planet so far, I'm willing to believe we can actually put an end to this conflict. You have my full support, Colonel Jack Elder.
Objective completed.
That was easy. 4 units slain, and we have Fang Jiang's and the family heirloom, which I believe you can apply to her APC. Free action that launches a nice targeting flare. Or the arc grenade. The arc grenade is just not as good as the normal grenade. Them's are just the facts. My army is trespassing not on purpose, it was an accident. She shouldn't have put her city here. Commander has leveled up. Advanced combat sensors. Now we do want the interlocking armor though. What that will do is give us stagger resistance and explosive resistance, or I guess physical damage resistance, as well as 1 additional armor. Most of the enemies right now are definitely dealing those kinds of damage. We'll go ahead and grab Close Quarters Specialist. It's pretty taking cover and gains extra resistance while in cover. And that's a pretty good one just to have. Unfortunately, Daiyu did not level up, so we don't have anything to go and upgrade her with. Okay, well, we've got several baddies this direction, kind of quantum tunneling matrix. We just need to turn around and go ahead and deal with these marauders. Try to clear out this site, too. That way our city can annex it if we want. We're already producing goods for House Teamer, so we're fixing up relations with them as we speak. Relationship with the Vanguard changed to friendly. All Vanguard units gain more morale, and our colonies gain more happiness. Trespassing no longer. Here, let's actually move these two together, and we'll send them up to clear this zone. Scouts, you're almost there. Keep on traveling. Slowly and surely. The scout squad has done their duty. Let's go ahead and just put them on auto scout from here. After I say it, we do want to direct them personally, otherwise they just go all over the place. They're great at picking up the random drops on the map, but that's about it. Here we go, and we'll go for another science lab. Keep that knowledge churning. Although we don't have the energy to rush that. That is crazy. 200 is all that takes. Perfect. I think we'll go ahead and grab the standard military infrastructure here. Make sure we have no issues with the other Vanguard lads. In fact, we should be able to come into diplomacy. All the way up to a defensive pact. Open borders and allow building unclaimed sectors. And here in a couple turns, we'll be able to get that defensive pact going. I have my doubts, but I accept. Allow building unclaimed sectors. Oh, he's not gonna go for it. And maybe later on then. That's fine. Alright, well, this in turn goes on. I'm gonna go ahead and take one final break here, run to the restroom real quick, and we'll be back with some more Age of Wonders Planetfall. Alright, I returned. And hey there, Just Yes, and hey there, Hinch Games. Good to see you both. I've had, like I said in the comment, I forgot to. I have my chat hidden just behind my mic here, so I didn't see you guys' comments till probably way too late. So thanks all for stopping on by. I really do appreciate it. But I apologize I didn't get to your comments till now. I've got the chat moved so I can actually see it now. I'm a professional. I knew we'd be end up getting fine. Oh man, goodness. Try this again. I knew we would end up getting along just fine, darling. These supplies will be enough for the moment. Oh, I don't like you. Oh, I don't like you now. We're gonna have to switch to not being your friend. Unfortunately, the same can't be said about your less cooperative Vanguard friends. They destroyed several of our energy storage devices, leaving us without the reserves required for another journey through the void. So unless you can help us in replenishing our energy, you won't be able to leave the planet. Very clever. I don't believe a word you're saying. Just be careful not to overstrain my newfound taste for diplomacy. Oh, and one more thing. Call me darling again, and I will personally eject you out the nearest airlock.
Objective completed.
500. That's the goods for House to Moor. Make up for the energy losses by paying her energy. Oh. No. Absolutely not. No thanks. In fact, we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to be sabotaging you. Let's go murder these evil grasshoppers first. Bring in some reinforcements, make it a little bit easier. Excellent. Now, where are all my scouts? You. Oh, hello. Grown up magma. Grown up magma quartzite. Cool. I don't have to deal with you right now, though. Scouts, please. Nearly there. Mellow dudes, we need an army to explore, but there's the Sapphire Elysium Park. That should be the, I don't know, the Emerald one, I guess. Orders required. Let's go deal with these on and on. You're fine. We'll bring you up and around Cena's territory if we even can. It may not be possible. We can, through diplomacy, see about grabbing a... No, she doesn't even want a non-aggression pact. The Syndicate are difficult. Alright, I think next we'll go ahead and snag the Combat Simulation Center. That way our troops, once we take out this group, we can send them back and they can just build up experience kind of just naturally over time. Rush this building, and then Recreational Dome for more happiness. May not be a bad call. Let's boost up growth and energy. Well, we could just go for the simulation center here too. That way we have free experience in all of our cities. Free experience for all. Try to run? No, there's no running. There's only the void. Bring in our reinforcements and let's take them down. So we've got 2 Hopperhound Blade Balls, which are not... They look terrifying, but they're not that big a deal. Let's do this. They're hiding in a horrifying nest hovel. Disgusting. Okay, can we destroy that to make it... These eggs actually bombs? Obstacle. You can't actually ult. Like they're not yet then. Okay, cool. Sometimes you get really unlucky with your reinforcements when they get put in extremely bad positions. Every 2 turns, the battlefield surges with geothermal heat, dealing 8 damage to all units. Well, fun. Yeah, so we'll just move as quickly as we can over here. Set up. How far can these Hopperhounds move? Here, and I like that they can also show you how far they can pounce too. I'm pretty sure that's what that's denoting. It's on the other side of the rock here. Come on there, warrior. Other side of the rock. Actually, you know what? I might. You'll stay here. Echo Trooper. We just need one more time to see exactly how far these goons can move. If we move to here, we should be safe. Get a turn. Troopers up as well, get them in Overwatch, and then we'll try to bring everyone kind of together here. So, Tapples, you move in. ABC before it wants. Drop off the extra. Do the targeting flare next turn. It's a pulse scanner. We'll drop off the nanite injectors now because the fact that it drops damage for a couple turns is incredible. And we can reset that ability with both her and our other support. Over here. Gun line going on. Skewering Cloud to our leader, and then you guys move up to here into Overwatch. First turn, let's see. They don't all the way stay out of Overwatch range. Oh, they've got some dire penguins in this game too. Much more alien, but still they're about the same. Operation available, don't mind if I do. We'll drop a bomb right in the middle of these reinforcements. Because they can't move as far, we'll have the Echo Walker. Gotta be a little bit careful. Here and chuck the grenade. Watch counseled. If we can still use the teleport. Okay, good, we can. Dimensional instability. Oh, they both resisted it. That's fine. The thing we want to do is run up and chuck a grenade in here. Well, I may have just given these guys the free kill on that unit. And we'll see. One shot.
Enemy destroyed.
That's the way. Slice through those penguins. We go for any kind of shield bash to make sure. Oh, good. You can roll into here with the big laser surge.
Enemy annihilated.
Chop these grasshoppers
Enemy
in half.
neutralized.
Roll in. Launch the targeting flare. We should shot a guy with a flare gun.
Enemy
Sea cannon goes off, deals damage to their friends. Can't quite do anything else, so I guess we'll move you up here to just defend. Apples, can you hit? Yeah, can. Blast him. Doesn't quite kill. Well, let's go for the nanite injectors to better protect against any kind of damage coming at us next turn. Rotate and defense mode. We should just be able to run up and blast the hound either way. What I'm gonna do? Hurt that morale even further.
Enemy neutralized.
Long range shot. Causing the bleed. Everyone catches a flame. Thankfully, that's a clone. Load slice.
Our forces are victorious.
Easy. We get some food, a hopper hound manhunter, and we actually gain one of the hounds. After beating the smack out of them, one of them decides to join our side. A lacerating shotgun, too. Wait, we will accept. We don't have... Actually, we do. Go ahead and get rid of this burning fissure here. Don't know that that matters. No, it really doesn't. So we're just going to leave that alone. We're going to clear this zone. Hopper Hound, you come up to gain some experience. Go in, can annex its first sector. Awesome. Let's grab this one next to the Xenopeg clown. Interlocking armor. Now that sounds pretty good. Stagger resistance and 2 additional damage. We'll wait on that one. That actually maybe just be the rail accelerators for the extra range. We will see. Field medicine only works if you're the commander, steady aim, or accurate if firing from cover. Let's just go range specialist too, and dig in, because she can be in cover. It's a bit more difficult for a vehicle of this size. Have the Cosmite to upgrade all of them? We do. So now they have lead ammunition, and they can fire further.
Before me were the brightest minds of my generation. They were destined to change the world. All I could think was, finally, kindred souls, nerds. Rachel Mannix, IT Training Corps.
More nerds. Nerds with shotguns. So next we'll come and grab the phase manipulation. Start working down our void tech tree here. Got still 1 turn on society, we'll have quantum gain. Should be able to handle this no problem. 490, 533. It's going to be more difficult than it seems. We lose. There's no way. I disagree aggressively. Bring it on, robots. Overwatch. How long you fire? Not actually that far. Power troopers, however, can blast a very long ways. Get you into Overwatch. Gunship. You off to the side. You can get a strike missile in there once they get a little bit closer. Yes. Engineer, let's move to here and drop off that turret right in front of you. I've got a twin gun turret set up in. We'll watch on that side. We'll bring the bike way out to the cars. When I see the poll, the Russian space dwarves are winning, so if you haven't gotten in there and voted, help out the psychic bugs. Otherwise, they will stand a chance. Range. They're staying away from my sentry, which is clever. Oh, where are you guys going? Oh, see, that double click's bad when it doesn't let you. Game. Let me redo this battle right now. I don't want to lose. I'm not losing them like this. We'll go ahead and surrender. Oh no, we lose. And we'll just go ahead and restart it. I've got to be careful. I'm more careful with the double clicks. Retry it. Easy. I'll speed things up then. Alright, so once again, we'll move you to here. Drop down the turret. Same zone. Although this time I will probably bring the flyer, if I can actually click on them. The other direction. So you come on in behind, set up in Overwatch. You also set up in Overwatch. Bike of Doom, let's move to here. So we'll change things up a little bit. You can kind of come outside. Don't want to get flanked, so let's rotate, and there we go. Misses. Misses. They don't like our bike. But now you're in range of the twin guns, barely. Not good enough to actually matter, so we'll just kind of stitch you up in Overwatch then. Targeting, pair, accuracy, and range by 1. I like that quite a bit. Go ahead and bring you back and calibrate. Set you up in Overwatch, and then we might be able to get our good rocket. The answer is no, we definitely can't get a good rocket. My impact, stagger. But the chances are they'll just come back this way and away from our units. Let's move closer to our formation and then go for the half chance. And we still hit them. Move you to here and go for the rocket. Still no stagger. Huh. We'll at least stagger one of them. I don't want to get our gunship any closer. They miss. Overwatch trigger, those twin guns tear them to pieces. Tactical face. Begin him with a tactical shotgun. Which I would say in most cases is superior to the tactical face, but no, we don't get no flanking on this guy. In fact, we've just given ourselves less chance to hit him. Go for twin guns on either side here. Let's go for the 50% hit price. And we miss. Raise. Raise. Okay, that wasn't worth it. Sometimes it'd be like that. Aircraft gun. And then the shotgun should finish from here.
Enemy
That was
killed.
high risk, but it worked out. Mike of Doom coming over and finish off this turret. There we
Enemy
go.
annihilated.
Now it should be nice and easy. Set up an Overwatch and wait for them to come to us. Ouch. Alright, Brood. No good chance to hit, unfortunately. I will send the gunship in then. Chance to hit. That's one down. Twin guns really can't do anything, so let's set them up in Overwatch. Go for a grenade instead. Guaranteed chance to hit. The real concern is this thing's triple strike. We'll see how dangerous it actually is. You can come in back. Here. Go for it.
Enemy
Down to
eliminated.
one unit. And trooper down. He will be honored. 50% chance to hit is so pitiful. Strike missile then. Can we hit you in the air? Only affects ground targets. Well, that's the answer. First one's a miss, second one's a graze. I'm gonna go ahead and roll behind them. Should I push them back the other direction? You graze. Very unfortunate. As long as they... And they graze once. Alright, shotguns. Don't fail me now.
Our forces are victorious.
Turns out shotguns are still the way against drones. What do you mean we'll lose that battle? Get out of here with that. Gain some promotion. Well, excellent. Well, that crew can then come on in and try to clear this next zone as long as there's no baddies in the area. They've got a helicopter and a truck to deal with. It's basically a one-for-one battle then. Laura 2, is that you? Emma 3 sent us. We want to ask some questions about the night the fighting started. We've turned into the police. We heard there were 3 officers involved. We've literally turned into the police. Do you remember their names? Emma 3 sent you? I guess I can trust you then. Yes, of course I remember the name, silly. I am a robot. It was Colonel Valentine, Colonel Guru, and Lieutenant Jiang. They all wanted time with Ilya 5, and I was bringing them another bottle of champagne when they threatened each other with their guns. Interesting. I don't know that I care about this side of the plot. On to the final arc. I'm here for gaining experience, but I don't know that I care about the android's plot. We're about to trespass. Oh, she controls all of this. Listen, Cena. Set you up into explore mode then. You lot, come back and guard Goen. Most of the pickups already gone. We'll set you into auto-explore mode here now, and then that will be our turn.
Operations available for priming.
Spaceport Tactical Integration. We can make pinpoint tactical strikes with far greater speed and efficiency. The energy cost of tactical operations is reduced by 30%. In addition, tactical operations can now be deployed in the first turn of combat. That's pretty awesome. Echo protocols. All colonies slots produce one additional their respective resource. Well, that's gonna be the call.
There is no obstacle I cannot pass through with my harmonic phase modulator. Matter doesn't matter. Who would suppose that substance is merely two waveforms in alignment? Tech Oilar, Void Tech Line Patrol.
Yeah. Pushes up glasses. We'll go ahead and select some new research. I think vortex instability. Drops a vortex charge. All friendly units gain fast movement and enemies are slowed down. Or we just have the void augmentation. Units attacks gain strength for dimensional instability, which I don't think it even tells us what that does. I wish there was a way to quickly pull up a hot tip or a hot tool, but I don't think there is here. I haven't figured it out. So we will instead go for drone deployment. Bunker Buster or Emergency Recon. No, I lied. We're going to go for Rapid Maneuverability, which gives us access to jetpacks for our foot troops, and then Valkyries, which are a jetpack troop you can deploy into combat, which also deals damage when it arrives. You don't get to keep it after the battle, sadly, but still a very good unit in the fight.
Production ready.
Alright, I think from here we just grab the Botanical Gardens and let that produce.
You won't believe how paranoid you become once you finally glimpse the future and all the possibilities that hinge upon individual choices. Emperor Tholian.
Emperor Tholian. Wind has grown, we can annex another sector, okay. Oh no, it's just this one here. I was lied to. Go in proper. And then we'll grab the energy exploitation, make a little bit more energy. We're definitely lacking in this. Send the skeleton, and I'm going to quickly click through this because I do not have grilled cheese. Our reward is Ebot Roy. I'm going to sell all of it. Search Ilya 5 at her hiding place, indicated by Myco 4. Go to the Forest of the Lost. So we shall. A Swelter Blade. It looks incredible. Melting Blade that strikes all targets in front of this unit. It has a wee bit of damage, or we get some knowledge. We're going to go for the knowledge. Keep moving toward the Forest of the Lost here. Nuclear fallout.
Sector
The only way to
annexed.
deal with these crazy androids is with bombs. I think you guys can handle this. Bribe the Marauders. They will leave. You're willing to negotiate. Do I care about that? What do you guys have going on special? It says they have a mod, but it's not telling me what that is. Trigger self-destruct. You know what? We'll go ahead and bribe them. We can use money when we need to. Wait, we'll go clear this one ourselves. As long as they force us to, and we'll hope they force us to. Paragon, you guys keep moving and going. And now that we've done all of that, let's continue just on normal scouting. Oh, hang on, we forgot to go meet the rival house agent. Whoops. You get on over there. Xylal research shall be into operation effectiveness or more influence and more cost might. That's the one. Quality infrastructure. Still can't rush anything. Let's fight. Our scout gets attacked by some magma monsters and gets obliterated. I'm sorry, what? It won? Sure. I'm not gonna complain. Heavy weapons factory occupied. A massive heavy weapons factory. This complex once built many of the Star Union's heavy military equipment. Now it is derelict and ready to be looted. That'll grant us more production to the colony it's linked to, and heavy units built here gain additional defense. I will be going for an additional... Oh, this is full of heavy units, got it. I think it's not that big a deal. We'll be going for another... so we'll math it out. 23 minutes. It's we'll go until 5 p.m. Central here, so we got a little bit more time. Let's go ahead and fight it ourselves. Battles still being my favorite part of these games. I enjoy the Civ aspect, but that's one of the things that makes Civ so frustrating is that just the combat in it is so boring. These flyers will be an issue because he can't damage them. You can see tactical scanners. Apples will sit here, drop off the blur cloud. On our leader. Set everyone else up with the actual Overwatch capabilities. Let's just step you forward once for hopefully 3 shots, but I don't know if we'll be able to get 2 because all of these guys have pretty long range attacks too. See. Missile over here. Unfortunate. Missile to scatter. They're missing with all their attacks. Fantastic. Even with the cover gone.
Operations available.
Okay, so now we'll deploy. Phase protection. It's probably just a shredder bomb. They're staying far enough apart that we can't really use it, so let's wait on that. Won't be in cover, will we? So her cover ability, I guess, was completely wasted, which is sad. Move Gilded over here. Heals, and then chuck the grenade. Do it. They do have some stagger resist. That's fine. Bring the APC up. Drop the targeting flare. Now do as much damage as we can. 20 damage. They will be focus firing down our troopers and the bike. Need to be a little bit careful here. Move up to this cover. Only get 1 shot on them. That I'm not the biggest fan of. How much would the shredder bomb do? Not enough to matter. It's destroyable, but we could use it for healing everyone in this area. drops down an obscuring field too. There we go. And they should have already used their missiles, so let's hope. Shoot here. Same thing. That's
Enemy
one down.
eliminated.
But they do now have the totem that is going to allow their troops to get stronger, which is not good. Let's just roll to here then and shoot that once.
Enemy neutralized.
Beautiful. Apples, we can bring you over to heal. No one really needs it, so we're just gonna step behind everyone else and blast helicopter. Acid shot. Thankfully only one, but they're gonna go all after the bike. Spite mode has been activated. And it worked out for him. We do lose our assault bike, sadly, but it could be so much worse. Let's go bother this clown. Double chop. Let's shoot down this chopper. Oh, maybe not. We need to graze. Those grazes are so unfortunate. Air tools, is the grenade worthwhile here? No. We can use the mounted cannon just to take you out, no problem.
Enemy
Jack
eliminated.
will take some damage. Can't do anything about their totem either. Let's go for damage on this chopper. One critical hit. Two critical hits. 3 critical hits, man. Used advance and... Well, you know what? Let's stay behind. That won't
Enemy
risk it.
down.
We'll risk it. In turn. AI combat AI here is not dumb though. Acid path, fun.
Unit killed in action.
Take out our support drone. Maybe they are dumb. Need you to chop this lad in half. Absolutely. Just gotta be a little bit careful about shooting this one down because Jack's gonna take damage. Leading. He's pretty much gone. We have enough to take out everyone else because he's gonna get one more good shot and pretty much kill it. Even need one here. We won't be spending the turn healing. We'll be spending it
Enemy
shooting someone
annihilated.
down. You take down this
Enemy
helicopter.
eliminated.
We can do a little bit of damage here to this one. Or the repair tools, apples. To get flanked. Fueled rage. Let's see how much damage you get. Oh, I'm so concerned. Yeah, they survive. We're fine. Flank them. Big damage. And then the finishing.
They never stood a chance.
Well, they killed our bike, but besides that, no. Oh, it's fine. We've got an Imperial Behemoth tank. And a buggy. Did we switch your APC out for a tank? Requires piloting advanced. You're not elite enough. Okay, fine. One day you shall drive around in a tank. That day is not today, though. Rail accelerators would be great to give you a little bit more range. And the Dune Buggy can join us since we lost our assault bike. Squad leaders convinced. So what do we still need to do to convince everyone? I realize we've kind of taken a few side objectives. I thought we already convinced. I thought we already convinced Wei Jiang. I Guess not. Upgrade commander. We can go for Iron Discipline. Phase shift. Wait, we like teleporting. Then Watchman. Extra accuracy on Overwatches. I don't think we need more accuracy. But I think First Strike sounds perfect. Overwatch triggers before the target that it attacks, unless it's flanked. Gains phase field, is able to walk through objects. Well, good being a ghost there, Jack.
Production ready.
Towards the next area here. You lads been going. Back to another sector. We'll grab the Maker Machine Industries then. Oh, we're not able to because we have Galaxis bonds. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll go ahead and dismantle this infrastructure then, and we'll go ahead and annex this one. We just can't because we have too many production sectors already, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Get knowledge going, you guys can move up to the Forest of the Lost, and I don't recognize you. You don't seem to be like the other squad leaders. Please tell me you're my brave, strong rescuer. I don't know if we can help her with one scout. Don't worry, I'll bring you safely to our core colony. With common sense and manners.
Objective completed.
I'm sure this is going to backfire at all. Lead Ilya safely to your operations center. Oh man, well... surely that's not going to backfire. You run. If you can't reach, we'll just kind of, I don't know, go off in a different direction. And we'll try to make it back, but no promises. Oh, I see. They're those kind of androids. Slanesh wills it. Get back in Auto Explorer, we'll have Jack. Oh, brother, there's not much for you to do. Outside of, I guess, grabbing Sector 43B, then. Let me group up another assault bike here soon. Replace the one we lost. Timur and Hui don't like each other very much. Echo protocols are ready to go.
Doctrine inactive. Happiness event in colony.
Cosmite. Perfect. You group, go ahead and stand down. Just guard here. Defensive pact with Hui. Sheer vision. Whatever you're willing to go for. Your proposal is very welcome. We think alike. We're working our way towards an alliance. Defensive pact with Valentine, sheer vision. All the good stuff. It's a good deal for me. Why? Oh, I have to give him energy for that one? He's willing to do it even if I don't give him energy. A new treaty was formed. So now both of the other commanders have signed a defensive pact with us. Which is great. His personality trait is elitist. You know, the stronger we get, the more he's gonna like us. You on your way. We'll go ahead and take out these spacers. Should be no problem. Or they will be a problem. Yeah, we'll fight it ourselves. I guess they just don't take into consideration the turret you get with the engineer. If you don't use it very well, it's not going to be able to do much, but... if we get them close enough to this, we can detonate it. Alright, engineer. We will have you... move to this. Well, that's wrong. It still works, but it's wrong. Oh, I thought it would blow up. Well, that was a complete waste. I was trying to bring you over, engineer. Set up the turret. This hex. let it go into Overwatch mode. Anything that gets closer, we'll light them up. Send the bike. Head this way. This is our chemicals, bring it on in. We're not scared of you. Wind guns destroy the helicopter.
Operations ready.
These guys got staggered for the next turn. A little unfortunate. They really can't go anywhere, so just staying here and going for Overwatch is probably still the best play. Targeting calibration, our gunship. Hit both targets, sadly. Round only on them. Use the aircraft gun to deal with the other aircraft.
Enemy down.
That's the way. You have resistance against psionic, but nothing else, okay. Good to know. Let's roll over this way and hit him with the AoE attack. They can hit whoever they want, but they're really not that dangerous. So let's just finish off these Magmite critters as long as we don't raise multiple times. That's the way.
Enemy killed.
If we really wanted to, we could drop down a bomb. Rudder bomb, go! Destruction is so cool. Oh yeah, perfect. Stand right here. I wanted to show that off. Shoot the missile in. It detonates the pod too. Red items being exploded. Shoot him once then. Push you back a hex. And if you have Overwatch active, it'll actually push them back into the Overwatch and activate that as well. So the engineer guns finish the battle.
Our forces are victorious.
Yeah, Otto just doesn't know how to use your engineer. That's the problem. Production resources move. Now we can build in some improved military infrastructure, getting us a better garrison. Excellent. Well, that is going to be all the time I've got for today. We will be finishing off this first story mission here in the next stream. And because of the poll, we've got Russian space dwarves for our very next mission. So once we complete this one, which honestly is not that far away, we will be jumping in with the Devar, which I really, really enjoy the Devar. All of the cultures in this one, same as the original, or Age of Wonders of fantasy. I just enjoyed, they're so well made. So, thank you all for stopping on by. This has been a ton of fun. Hope you've enjoyed as much as I did, and I will see you all next time.